What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about something that seemingly broke the internet later in the day yesterday, is that Injustice 2 had a new patch, and this was a 15 gigabyte patch that came out on Steam. And there's some people that dug into the files. In fact, people on Reddit were asking people, like, hey, anybody dug into the files yet? And nobody had done it at the time that I saw it on Reddit. And then all of a sudden, you see Comic Book Games and all these different websites writing about it. And turns out there was things added into the files of Injustice 2. Okay, so again, to recap, we had Injustice 2 already out, obviously been out for quite a while, and we had an update, a 15 gigabyte update to the game, and in that update, there are 3 new files that seemingly indicate something is coming in the future. Now, is it Injustice 3? Not necessarily, right? And I'm going to talk about it in a second. It doesn't have to necessarily be Injustice 3, but it definitely could. Basically, all 3 of these changes in files, in fact, one of them was removed, but I don't think that I don't really think that means anything. All 3 things that were added are assets that have one thing in common. They say upsell. There's an upsell button, there's upsell underscore in game, and there's just upsell. Those are the 3 things. So what does that mean? Well, in layman's terms, it means sometimes gaming developers, and we've seen actually EA has done this, I wouldn't say well, but they've definitely done it in their game. Well, they've done it well, but they've done it to anger people, is you'll sometimes see ads for the next game inside an old game. Now, a little condescending, or not even kind of, but just kind of the way that I play games, I don't actually see these things all that much. I feel like for at least the games over the last couple of years, I've beaten them and kind of moved on from them before the next game, say, in that franchise has come out. But if you do play games that are kind of reoccurring, you will see this quite often. You see it in sports games. I play NHL pretty much every single year. You will see mentions of the next game in the game you're currently playing. Even though you're not playing that game, you're playing, the one you're currently playing. You'll see it for Call of Duty. You'll see it for anything that has maybe seasons, or again, anything that's reoccurring with multiple games. Okay, so again, that's kind of boiling it down. So what does that mean? Well, it basically means, I guess what it could mean is that over the coming days, Injustice 2 might be, or not even coming days, but just over the next little while, right? They could be having in-game ads. It doesn't mean you'll have to watch them. It's not like the EA thing where they'll literally take over your entire screen and you can't skip them and all that garbage, right? But you'll see things in the game, again, buttons or prompts that'll pop up that will advertise something coming in the future. That's pretty much what it means. Now, again, doesn't mean Injustice 3. I said this over on Twitter, which you can follow me over there, by the way, Podcast Now 15. Link is in the description, and while you guys are down there, make sure you guys are subscribed with the bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. I said over on Twitter, I'll be the bold one, and I am willing to take this shot in the face, okay, if I'm wrong. I'm willing to be the bold one and say I don't think Injustice 3 is the next game that they're going to make. I don't have the greatest reasons for it. I just feel, I woke up today, and I'm recording this on Monday, and I felt like being bold. I kind of trashed Ubisoft's Tom Clancy game that was announced yesterday. I'm just kind of feeling like I don't care what I say, at least for right now, and that'll probably go away within a day or two, so you guys may get a more normal me now. But I feel okay saying I don't think it's going to happen. And the only reason, and by the way, don't twist my words on me, right? Because even on Twitter, people may have already been doing it. I'm not saying I don't think it's a good idea. I'm not saying I wouldn't want them to. In fact, both of the answers to that is the opposite. I do want them to make Injustice 3, and I do think it would actually be the most beneficial for them to make Injustice 3, okay? I'm actually on that side. Why they would do a Marvel fighting game, Marvel cross DC, or even just Marvel in general, why they would do that while leaving Injustice on 2 games, and then obviously Mortal Kombat's just always going on, right? Doesn't make any sense to me, okay? Again, am I not saying I don't want the Marvel game? No, I'm at the point, at least in my life, or at least right now, I will take anything. So if NetherRealm wants to give me Injustice 3, fine. If they want to give me the Marvel fighting game, fine. I will honestly say I don't care. I don't care which one I get. But I understand people have their favorites, and I've played Injustice 1 and 2 just like you guys have played Injustice 1 and 2. Probably not as and I'm not as good as the game as maybe other people are, but I do want Injustice 3. I'll just be the bold one to say I don't think so. And again, the only reason I'll say that is because I feel like enough prominent people that are in the know have said that it's not going to happen. And you could choose to believe or not believe them, and I do that daily, right? I kind of pick every day. Oh, I don't like what this person has to say. He's a gaming insider. I'm just not going to believe it today, or I will believe it based off his track record, right? Whatever it happens to be. But I feel like we've seen enough that would indicate that that's not what they're going to be doing, that they're not going to make Injustice. And you could take Ed Boon's comments as well, kind of hinting. Remember, he hinted on Twitter a few months ago, I think I made a video specifically on it, where he kind of praised the idea of both Marvel and DC, like kind of just being in the same area with each other, and he was kind of like a wink-wink thing, right? We know he said in interviews that he's wanted to do kind of crossovers before, so he's obviously indicated it in the past. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but he has indicated it, and I don't know, enough people have seemingly said that it's not going to happen. So if it does happen, fine. Again, I'll take the arrow to the knee or whatever the pun or phrase you want to use. I'll take the hit. I'll be gladly wrong because I want Injustice 3, but if it's not Injustice 3 and it is some other game, I'm fine with that too. You know what I mean? The NetherRealm is a very talented developer. Very talented. That's why they're probably, you know, the rumor has it they're being auctioned off, and somebody will probably end up buying them, and they won't be with WB Games / now Discovery, right? They could be with Microsoft or EA or some random company. So they earn it because they're definitely talented, and we'll just have to see where it all leads. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that these upsell things are them promoting Injustice 3, or do you think it's just, I don't know, it could just be like, I don't know, maybe like a collection of all of the fighter packs that they've done in one, or maybe they're literally getting ready to promote Injustice 3. That's another thing. I don't think that's what it is, right? Other than that, then they're getting ready to promote Injustice 3 in the thing, which maybe, I mean, if they announce a DC fandom and they have a trailer, could they show the trailer for Injustice 3 in an ad-like thing in Injustice 2? They could. It would be weird, and it has been done before. Not with them, but it has been done before. So I could see it, I guess, but it doesn't make all that much sense. Again, lots of questions. But let me know what you guys think. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, leave a like, all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all on the next video.